What's good, YouTube? Your boy Chris from K, but you know what time today, man. You know what we reacted to today? We reacted to Chiraq's Tops Savage, who murdered his enemies without remorse. God damn, I can't read. Yeah, Nick.
At every stage of your business. With fast and secure payments.
If you new to like, subscribe, man. It's to the video.
In one place.
We been in these streets more than all of them. Oh, real out here lacking, man. Real ain't out here lacking. Be in the ice. Dead man.
Real niggas
Straight cutthroat, kill, survive. No limit. Love hard. Rock face on feet on. Blood money. Sip your home. Drink your home. That's how much Kobe had on that bus stop. Blood money. Out here sipping on your dead homie. That's how much we had in front of McDonald's.
The tumultuous life and brutal death of KTS Vaughn, a ruthless Chicago drill rapper and gang member, unfolds as a grim saga of endless gun violence and remorseless murder that terrorized the streets and captivated his fans. Vaughn was a drill scene up-and-comer whose violent lyrics became his self-fulfilling prophecy. He rapped about a savage life and met a savage end. With a body count to rival history's most notorious killers, Vaughn's legacy of violence forever stained Chicago's rap landscape. Vaughn weaponized his music to showcase a life defined by ruthless street warfare. In the end, the violence he glorified took his own life. His presence was synonymous with terror, both in the unforgiving streets he roamed and the music he produced. Relentlessly pursuing his rivals, he showcased his ruthless exploits in his music videos and social media. His brazen boasts about killings became the haunting soundtrack to a life defined by street warfare. In an act of street vengeance, he fell victim to the very violence he perpetuated, succumbing to a fatal gunshot. In death, Vaughn leaves behind a legacy of savagery that cements his status as one of the most infamous figures in Chicago's blood-soaked drill scene. His narrative serves as a dark reflection of the harsh realities faced on Chiraq's South Side, where violence becomes a chilling norm. Today, we embark on a deep dive into Vaughn's extraordinarily violent life and the brutal circumstances surrounding his death. It is a journey through the heart of Chicago's gang culture, a world where the line between art and reality blurs, and where the consequences of a life steeped in violence are both inevitable and haunting. Born in 1993 as Devin Davis, KTS Vaughn grew up on the south side of Chicago, Illinois, in an environment entrenched in the city's tumultuous street life and pervasive gang culture. Raised within a family deeply connected to these challenging realities, Vaughn's formative years were shaped by the harsh dynamics that defined his surroundings. His father, Vincent Davis Sr., or Big Vinny, was a respected OG around the area and a member of the conservative vice lords set E-Block Crazy or EBC. Vaughn's older brothers were also heavily involved in gangs and crime. Given his family's entrenched history in this environment, it was almost a foregone conclusion that Vaughn would be drawn into the same lifestyle from an early age. His upbringing was steeped in a daily reality of violence and illicit activities, creating an atmosphere where such influences were nearly unavoidable. Vaughn first joined EBC like his father, but later migrated between different gangs and sets in the area like Lakeside and Pockettown. Eventually, Vaughn would become part of a newly emerging set called KTS, short for Kill to Survive. KTS started as an alliance between various small gangs in the area before becoming their own entity. The set staked claim to territory on 75th and Cottage Grove on Chicago's southeast side. Vaughn spent much of his young life fighting and dissing members of NLMB, which stands for No Limit Muskegon Boys, or Never Leave My Brothers Behind. The NLMB gang alliance originated from two smaller sets, No Limit and Muskegon Boys, both based around 78th and 79th in Chicago's Terror Town. No Limit, a renegade Black P. Stone set, formed in the 90s, and Muskegon Boys, a gangster disciples set, was founded in 2005. Internal disputes led No Limit to split from other P-Stones, and facing common threats, NLMB emerged. Two of the most prominent members of NLMB are rappers G Herbo and Lil Bibby, who Vaughn considered his main ops and rivals. Vaughn and KTS actively sought every opportunity to provoke and antagonize NLMB, ranging from petty fights to more severe and lethal confrontations. The feud between the two gangs can be traced back to the 2008 murder of a KTS KTS member named Paris Bassett, aka Lil Pez, allegedly at the hands of NLMB. The 16-year-old Pez was found dead on a sidewalk on 72nd Street from gunshot wounds. After Pez's death, the tensions between the gangs reached a boiling point, erupting into a full-fledged and all-encompassing war. Amidst the escalating and violent feud, Von garnered a reputation as one of the most relentless and fearless shooters on the KTS side. His actions painted a portrait of a cold-blooded individual, perceived by many as a relentless and almost obsessive psychopath driven by an unwavering desire for vengeance against his enemies. Von's persona in the midst of this intense conflict became synonymous with ruthlessness, showcasing a fearlessness that further solidified his standing. Von allegedly first age 17 in 2011, supposedly a member of the gang Gotti World, 23-year-old Michael Lee, who was shot in the head and later died from his wounds after being taken to 2 different Chicago hospitals for treatment following the attack. After this, Von's aggression escalated, and his attacks on ops grew more violent and aggressive. Von frequently used social media to directly threaten and taunt his dead enemies. He and fellow KTS members printed shirts mocking slain ops and would post images with the merchandise as an ultimate sign of disrespect. Von also recorded videos of himself flashing guns in the rival territory.
Here's one thing you need to do before buying anything online. Don't spend another dime on Amazon until you watch this first. Watch this.
His brazen online provocations made him an even bigger target. Much like many of Chicago's hardened gang members, Von sought to leverage his street reputation for a career in rap, taking on the persona of an unapologetic. His songs brimmed with lyrics that scorned his deceased and incarcerated rivals. Tracks such as Street Life and Survive found underground acclaim, serving as platforms where he purportedly confessed to retaliatory on behalf of his associates. Despite the dark and violent nature of his lyrics, some insisted the real Von was mild-mannered and that his rap persona was over-exaggerated. However, there was undeniable certainty that he fully embraced and lived the street life to its utmost extent. Von was allegedly involved in some of the most violent shootings between KTS and their enemies during his short life. In 2012, Von and fellow KTS members carried out a drive-by shooting that left 2 NLMB members dead and wounded G Herbo.
Yeah, you know, the bros up in this bitch, man.
Hold up.
Up with, yeah, you know, the bros up.
Wounded G Herbo members carried out a drive-by shooting that left 2 NLMB members dead and wounded G Herbo.
Oh, they wounded G Herbo.
Yeah,
They got G Herbo,
know.
nigga? Oh, yeah.
The bros up in this bitch, man.
Damn.
Up with, bro, man.
Oh, that nigga right there.
I'm getting high, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, crazy goose style. 150. Yeah. Just a foot shot, everybody. What's best?
You know I smoke like I'm smoky. Only Dutches and stogies. Couple blunts that had me up with the homies. I be heaven hat. Steady filling Cubans with the 7 hat. Session after session. You ain't in them, then you never had. Niggas stay in their own lane. Trying to herb, but I'm doing my own thing.
Damn, that nigga Herbo got shot in his fucking leg, nigga.
In another incident from 2013, Von and members of KTS fatally shot an 18-year-old named Pharaoh Denard while he was taking out the trash at his family's residence. Police reported that a car pulled up and 7 or 8 shots were fired, striking Pharaoh in the head. He was pronounced dead at the scene.
Nigga took out the trash and died.
Von then mocked the grisly murder on social media. He was similarly suspected in the shooting death of NLMB affiliate and associate of G Herbo and Lil Bibby Kobe. Outside a McDonald's that same year, police reported that 21-year-old Jacoby Heron, aka Kobe, met a tragic end when he was fatally shot while socializing outdoors with friends around 4 a.m. on a Chicago street. The assailant, unknown at the time, fired multiple gunshots, leading to Kobe's death. Herb later discussed the murder during an interview on Sway in the Morning, shedding light on the circumstances surrounding this devastating loss.
We was together, like, It was.
Hold on, yo. I gotta hear this. I gotta hear this part, man. I hear what that nigga Herbo saying. Let me see. That nigga Herbo G's, nigga.
We was outside like 4 in the morning, just on the block chilling, shooting dice, all type of stuff. And he just, you know what I'm saying, pimped off. He was always the type just not to ask nobody for shit. You feel me? We got 5 cars out there. He ain't asked nobody for a ride. He lived a couple blocks over, just walked off, and we heard shots going off, like a lot of shots. You feel me? So we just on there on the block, and my homie like, man, it's Kobe. Kobe just walked off. We hear all them shots, and we get to the scene, and I see my homie out there dead, you know what I'm saying, laid out.
Considering the long list of bodies allegedly attributed to Vaughn and KTS, it was inevitable that he would eventually meet a violent end himself. On June 23rd, 2015.
Duh, nigga, if you taking hella lives, nigga, of course you won't have a time to die, nigga. Like, yeah, nigga, like, come on.
Vaughn's
nigga,
luck
like,
finally ran out. He was gunned down outside an apartment complex in a drive-by shooting that...
What you laughing about?
took his life. According to reports, a high-on-pills Vaughn was standing outside an apartment on 75th Street in Chicago that night. Around 2:05 p.m., an SUV passed by, and unidentified assailants opened fire, striking Vaughn multiple times in the chest before delivering a final fatal shot to his head. By the time police arrived on the scene, the 21-year-old rapper was already long dead. The merciless nature of the shooting suggested it was likely a planned gang hit on the rising young musician. Vaughn's murder remains unsolved to this day, but there are many theories.
Yo, damn, your shit, man, your shit still unsolved to this day, nigga. See, they still don't know who the fuck killed your ass, nigga. You already know they moved on from that. Your case is closed, nigga. Case closed. Case closed.
Regarding the potential,
But
some have speculated that the hit was carried out by NLMB member Choppa or associate Mad Max, both of whom Vaughn had been beefing with. Social media posts made by Choppa shortly before and after Vaughn's death included provocative lyrics that hinted at his involvement. And
Lil Durk had a song called Mad Max.
NLMB members also openly celebrated Vaughn's murder online, mocking the slain rapper and his KTS crew.
If he ain't for Pasto, it wouldn't be right. He should have for Pasto and kept his pipe. But now he up there for no business. Why yo?
Get it back. Get it back. Get it back. And your girl from the back. If you call, don't call back.
Squally man.
Despite Vaughn's penchant for violence, a side often concealed from the unforgiving streets, many remember him as a talented and charismatic individual beyond the realm of street life. These tributes, however, stand in stark contrast to the raw lyrics and audacious attitude present in his tracks, forever solidifying his legacy as one of Chiraq's top savages and rap villains. The tragic trajectory that marked Vaughn's life extended beyond him, claiming the lives of his own family members. In 2016, his father, Big Vinny, fell victim to a targeted shooting. The relentless grip of Chicago's never-ending gang wars struck again in 2021, taking Vaughn's brother, KTS Dre, in a hail of over 60 bullets. In the ruthless landscape of gang rivalries, it seemed that no one, not even those connected to Vaughn by blood, was exempt from the brutal consequences. In the aftermath of these heart-wrenching losses, Vaughn's story emerges not as a tragic conclusion, but as a rallying call for change. This narrative extends beyond any single individual, urging us to grapple with the broader systemic issues that fuel these destructive cycles. By addressing these root problems, we can strive to create pathways for the upcoming generations of young men, offering them opportunities to lead lives free from the grip of street conflicts and retaliatory violence. The tale of KTS Vaughn serves not only as a sobering account of personal loss, but also as a beacon guiding us toward a more compassionate and secure tomorrow.
Alright, y'all, this interview video. If you're new, don't forget to like, subscribe. Yeah, catch them, man. Chris 1K's Old World is out.